Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. What a beautiful day it's turned out to be. Where's the snow? Anyway, my name's Luis Herrera. I'm the city librarian. It's indeed my pleasure to serve as MC for today's program, and it's really, really an important day for our neighborhood. This is a beautiful neoclassic building, and it just happens to be the oldest branch library in the entire San Francisco library system. So we are thrilled to kick off the next generation, the next century rather, of service to many, many generations here in the neighborhood. And I want to make sure that all of us are aware that we were very respectful to the historical integrity of the building. When you walk in there, you'll notice that, because we heard loud and clear from the community that you wanted to retain this beautiful tradition of an open space, a wonderful meeting room, classic reading room rather, a lot of media, technology, but a lot of books. And so the upgrades you'll notice are in keeping with that. The other thing we noted was that folks don't like to see their neighborhood branches closed. And we committed to opening it as quickly and completing this project as fast as possible. And guess what? You said, we told you we'd do it in a year. We did it a day prior to the anniversary date. So how's that for a commitment? So we closed about a year ago. We're going to keep our program rather quick and short, because I know it's cold outside and you want to really enjoy the library. But let me also say that we kept a lot of the environmental features in mind. This is a LEED standard building, which means that a lot of the materials were recycled and reused. The wonderful refinished historic chairs, tables are all in there. So we also upgraded the meeting room, because this is a very active community. So there's wonderful community space here with accessible new restroom facilities. We want to make sure that our youngsters have their dedicated space. Teens also have their dedicated space. But most importantly, we have a wonderful program to offer the entire community in terms of this library. This doesn't happen without a wonderful partnership with the neighborhood, but I want to start by also acknowledging the great staff and the partnership that we have with them. First and foremost, the branch staff here, Kathy Del Neo. Where's Kathy? Kathy, great job. And the rest of the staff is inside waiting to serve you, but I want to mention a few folks. Terry Hayes, rather, and Doris McKay is also here, Murray McKay. Please give them a round of applause, because they do a great job, the entire staff. The branch division team who helps manage this project along with the DPW staff, Brian Bannon, Martha Royals-Neves from the branch division, Terry Grodowski, Jane Hudson, Tim Williams, and Elsie Wong. They do a fabulous job, so I really appreciate that they got this library ready to open today without any delays. And you'll be hearing more about the DPW staff, but I do want to call out both Lena Chen, Edgar Lopez, and Mindy Linetsky from that team. They do a fabulous job, so thank you for a great job. Mindy's back here. So, without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome and introduce our mayor. And let me just let you know that Mayor Lee has been very engaged in the entire branch library improvement program from the very, very beginning. When I began my tenure here about 6 years ago, he says, one of the most exciting things about your job is that you're going to get to work on the branch improvement program. And he was so right. And he's always asking about it. I know that one of his first official acts as mayor was to be at the Visitation Valley construction site, scaling the scaffolds to take a look at the progress of that branch library. So that tells you how engaged and supportive he is of our library. So I'm delighted to have him here in our neighborhood. Mayor Ed Lee. Mayor, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. It's my personal pleasure to be here today and to join Senator Mark Leno, Senator Leland Yee, our Supervisor Ross Mercarimi, Supervisor Scott Wiener, and all the other officials here. I want to be very quick, because you got some very happy library staff inside that are just beaming to show you this brand new library. I just got the royal mayoral treatment to get the first feeling for this new 101-year-old building, and it is as marvelous as we've been talking about it. I'm here also because not only do I support the library branches, they are not only libraries in the traditional sense, the sense that all of our kids will be able to have their books and have a safe place to visit and be part of, but they're also part of our new information community centers. And they will be here for all of us, for the additional new residents that we have here. They'll be here when and if we experience natural earthquakes. They'll be here because they're seismically retrofitted. They're also here, and I'm glad because this is, Luis, the 16th renovated branch out of a whole 24 branch library system that we have. One of the reasons I'm so proud of this is because I've been working very hard in my previous hats, Department of Public Works Director as well as City Administrator, to make sure that our 10-year capital infrastructure plan, the plan that we've laid out to provide the discipline in the way we approach these projects to make sure your money is well spent and your approval and your collaboration is there all the way. And the reason why you're going to smile when you come in is because not only the library staff has been involved, their commission has been involved, the collaboration between our public works and our library is unprecedented in these projects. I am so proud to be able to lead this city, and I'm going to be at the other 6 openings throughout this whole year because they are, again, a reflection of what we're all about as a city. So I want to thank Luis, his staff, his commission, working so collaboratively with our Public Works Director and his wonderful staff, but also, most importantly, working with all of us here to be proud of the institutions that we have, to know that our money is going exactly the way it should be, and that it reflects community input. And with that, I'd like to present to you, Luis, come on over here. This is for you and for the branch library here. It's a lot of whereas, a lot of blah blahs. I've already said all of that. But to declare February 26, 2011 as Park Branch Library Day in San Francisco.
Thank you, Mayor Lee. Okay, we have some elected officials here. We're delighted to have visitors from Sacramento who are advocates for the library and truly support us in everything we do. And first and foremost, we have Senator Mark Leno. Mark.
Thank you, Luis. What a joyful day. San Franciscans love their branch libraries. You know, it's not often that we get to say the words, your tax dollars at work, with a smile on our face, but we can today. Welcome to the Hate's public option for book readers. You know, San Francisco voters knew what they were doing in 2000 when we passed that $105 million bond to build and rebuild our branch libraries. And they are not only educational resource centers and a bridge for the digital divide, but they're really the heart and soul of our communities. You know, we're slugging it out and struggling to get our budget to the legislative floors in a couple weeks, and we will do so. And the good news is that Jerry Brown is in the governor's office right now. He's doing a great job, but the choices are really painful. Do we put money into adult day health care centers? Do we put money into domestic violence shelters, or do we put money into our state funding for local libraries? And I've already been lobbying, make sure we don't cut all our state funding for the libraries. But the question is, at a time when we do have to reduce the size of state government, is it the state's responsibility to fund local libraries? And yes, there is a role for them, and we will fund it. Of course, it will be cut like everything else. But I just want to let you know that whereas some of my colleagues represent areas of the state where their library system locally is dependent upon state funds up to 25-30% of their budget. In San Francisco, our figure is 0.5%. We fund our local libraries with local money, 99.5% of our total local budget. and you get what you pay for. San Franciscans know that tax is not a dirty word. It pays for good things like this branch library. So I also have some state love for this beautiful park branch library. Congratulating everybody, not only the commissioners and all the staff, but all of the local folks who have funded to the capital campaign, because the bond can pay for all of the renovation and the infrastructure, but it is all of the detail on the inside that our friends of the park, of the branches, have raised and will continue to raise. I think we've raised 11 of the 14 million. We got a little ways to go, so if you haven't dug deep yet, do so. But congratulating you on the opening of this branch and wishing you great success.
Thank you, Senator. Our next guest has also been extremely supportive of libraries, not only during his tenure here as board supervisor, but also in his term as assemblyperson and current Senator Leland Yee. Senator.
Thank you very much. And if I can ask my colleague, Assembly Member Ma, to join me, because she has a little bit more clout in the state legislature than I do. She's the Speaker Pro Tem, so she brought a much bigger presentation, so I just want to join her. But she's going to give you all the official stuff, but let me be a little bit more personal. Many, many years ago, this was my community. Many, many years ago, my father owned a grocery store down the block. And some of you who really knows this neighborhood will remember Page and Lyon had a grocery store. And part of my job was to deliver groceries. And I did, in fact, deliver groceries. And fortunately, one day I was delivering groceries, and I saw this library. And all of a sudden, I decided that I was going to take an extended lunch break. And this library allowed me to sort of escape from the hard work of helping my dad run a grocery store. And out of that, I discover all kinds of different things. And it is so gratifying to see those children here, all the kids here. When you go in there, you're going to be able to dream about things that you never thought about. You're going to be able to think about the impossible. And most importantly, you are going to enrich your soul. And that's what libraries did for me. And I'm just so glad that there's a library here to enrich the soul and to provide the dreams for the next generation. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Senator Leland Yee likes to remind me that I wouldn't be here without him. When he was on the Board of Supervisors, he represented the Sunset, and he left, and I represented the Sunset, and in the Assembly I followed him, and he was Speaker Pro Tem, and now I'm Speaker Pro Tem, so I really have a lot to thank him for. So thank you, Senator Yee. But it's great to see this is the 16th library since we all voted to fund through our bonds the reopening of our libraries. We've got 8 more to go. We've got 6 more opening this year, and it's just such a happy occasion when we can come together as a community and see the smiling faces and all the young ones who love the libraries, right? Yay! So congratulations to all of us. So thank you for all everybody does to keep the libraries open.
Good save there. I also want to just comment briefly. Assemblywoman Ma, during her tenure here in San Francisco, had quite a few of the libraries, and always really supportive of the park side, the park branch. So it's wonderful to see you back, and I know that without your help in getting some of the additional dollars, the entire project wouldn't have been completed. So thank you very, very much for that. And speaking of having great support for libraries, but also having the lion's share of neighborhood branches, District Supervisor Rosmer Karimi has not only the Western Addition, the Sunset, but now this library. So he's been tremendously supportive, and it's my pleasure to introduce Rosmer Karimi.
You'll be delighted to know I've completely lost my voice. And I dragged myself out of here to get here for today. This, my words are few. I just want to thank our beloved Haight community for doing everything that you do in making sure that the oldest branch library in San Francisco retains its historical significance, but yet is modernized to support our needs and not compromise the greatness of this Park Branch Library. It's been the advocacy of people in the Haight in concert with City Hall and, of course, our amazing library staff as to why we're here today, ahead of schedule, ahead of construction. And when we see census data that families are actually staying in San Francisco in this quadrant of the city, when we have more children that are now growing and infusing within our city population, I know I'm contributing to the equation with my 2-year-old, that it really means that much more to us that we have amazing Park Branch libraries like this today that we're inaugurating, but also the community that has made this possible. This isn't big, but it is in leather, and I won't read it, but it certainly symbolizes from all of us at the Board of Supervisors just how much we care about making sure that days like this today are ones that are to be well commemorated, and certainly for all of us to make sure that this library never becomes obsolete. Thank you.
I don't know if you noticed it, but as he kept talking and the passion about libraries comes out, his voice started getting better and better. So thank you so much. And I know he also recognized the wonderful partnership with the community, but I do want to call out some of the associations that were instrumental in working with us to make sure that we have this amazing renovated library. The Haight-Ashbury Neighborhood Council, the Coal Valley Improvement Association, the Haight-Ashbury Improvement Association, the Buena Vista Neighborhood Association, an individual, Robert Leone, from the Haight-Ashbury Street Fair, who donated a wonderful series of historic posters of the fair that is going to be here in the library. Also want to thank the San Francisco Police Department, the Park Police Station, for letting us have our programs, our story times in the actual police station. So thank you for that. The Boys and Girls Club also allowed us to keep our programs going during the renovation. So thank you very much. And it's also my pleasure to introduce District Supervisor Scott Wiener. Has several libraries in his district, so welcome.
Thank you. You know, in this era of really bad budgets and sometimes deteriorating public services, it's really amazing to be able to remind ourselves that this is an example, our library system throughout San Francisco, of an organization that is really doing a great job of actually delivering services and improving our libraries and modernizing and showing what government can do. And I think it's an example for a lot of different kinds of city services. So I'm so proud of the reopening of the Park Branch Library and of all the other branches in the city. So have a great day.
Thank you, Scott. And it's not all about the library. We have a wonderful city family that works collaboratively on this project. And I think we do have a model relationship with the Department of Public Works, who actually delivers, constructs, and oversees a lot of this work. It's my pleasure to welcome my colleague and partner, Ed Riskin, the head of Public Works. Ed.
Thanks, Luis. It is indeed, it's a great partnership that we have with the libraries. It's, I think, part of the mayor's legacy from his time at Department of Public Works and city administrator, the legacy of bringing the city family together with the community to manifest itself in great buildings like the one we have behind us. What we have here is a beautifully restored, modern, safe, accessible, energy efficient, and eminently useful and user-friendly building for the community, which is the libraries really are some of the best community assets we have in the city. And as Scott Wiener said, it's pretty amazing in these fiscal times that here we are opening up new libraries at the rate that we are. Six more coming this year. It's really pretty tremendous. A lot of people do a lot of work to make these happen, and I just want to try to acknowledge a few of them who are responsible for the one right behind us. First of all, from Field Paoli Architects, Mark Schatz, Kim Fisher, Pauline Ortiz, and Rob Cooley. And their partners from Joseph Chow and Associates, Joseph Chow, Joyce Chow, and Vince Taboada. When you walk inside and you look up, you will see some tremendous ceiling paintings that were donated by Mark Evans and Charlie Brown. And then there were the folks who actually built the building. This is a company that we hadn't worked with before, a contractor that's turned out to be an excellent contractor. And you'll see when you go in there, the quality of the work is really just outstanding. It's Roebuck Construction, Rory Murphy, Chris Busani, Bill Flagg from Roebuck Construction. Let's give them a hand. And then there's the DPW staff who managed the construction to make sure that this got done to meet the library's specifications, that it got done on time and on budget. Wellington Wong, Ray Birmingham, and Joe Chung from our Bureau of Construction Management. And then finally, the people who manage the whole branch library program for our great clients, the library, the staff who have been working on this in all the libraries throughout the city for all these years. We're joined, Edgar Lopez. Yeah, let's give it up for Edgar. He manages all of the major projects in the city. Sam Chewy, Mindy Linetsky, Irene Aquino, Amber Vache, and our great program manager over the whole project, Lena Chen. I also want to acknowledge Fuad Suisse, our deputy director and city engineer, and Charles Higueras, former president of the Library Commission, who is now part of our staff. We're all so extremely pleased and honored to be able to work on these projects and are happy to be here to congratulate you on your new library. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ed. As I look up on the stairway here, we have wonderful leadership, many members of our Library Commission, and leading the group is our president, Jewel Gomez. She's done an extraordinary job. Jewel.
Hello, welcome. Congratulations on a beautiful library that survived 101 years, which is amazing. In book years, that's probably 3,000 years. I want to welcome our new mayor. Thank you, Your Honor, for being with us. I hope you liked today because we got several more of them coming up over the next couple of months. I'd also like to acknowledge my fellow commissioners who are here, who donate their time to help make decisions about what's going to happen with our library. So we have on the stairs, in ascending order, Commissioner Teresa Ono, Commissioner Lorna Randlett, Commissioner Michael Breyer, and the Vice President of the Commission, Lee Munson. I want to echo what was said earlier about marrying the past and the future. A beautiful historic building which needed to be updated so that it could accommodate our needs in the present, which are accessibility for those who need to enter a building without stairs, the facilities that we can have that allow people to use computers and the internet, all of the things that comprise the future of the public libraries come together in this historic building. This neighborhood has been one of the neighborhoods that has helped give San Francisco its reputation for civic engagement. Civic engagement is what helped keep this library going through the years and helped renew this library. I hope you will continue that civic engagement. Make sure that we do not lose state funds, because the loss of state funds also means the loss of federal funds. So, right on to civil engagement. Thank you all very much for your hard work.
All right, we're moving right along, and we talked about the great community partnership, and the folks that spearhead are the Friends of the Library, and with us here is Donna Barrow, the Executive Director of the Friends.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is such an exciting day, and as interesting as it might have been to have snow, it's so much more appropriate that we have sunshine today. This is a great day and a wonderful celebration, and we've heard a lot about the hard work and the accomplishments of several of our city departments, and particularly our library staff. But my job, which is the best one, is to thank all of you for the vision that you have given, for the participation, for your donations, for all of the guidance that you've provided the library and Friends of the Library as this process has gone on. It's been very, very exciting, and as with everything in San Francisco, but particularly in this neighborhood, very, very engaged, very participatory, which was what we knew would happen and we were thrilled about. I want to particularly thank the Haight-Ashbury Neighborhood Council and the Cole Valley Improvement Association who sponsored today's event. I want to thank Whole Foods Market and the Haight Street Market and Coca-Lux and La Boulange for providing food and goodies, and for all of you who participated and donated to the process here. As you heard Senator Leno say, we're engaged in raising $16 million to make sure that every neighborhood in San Francisco has the library that it deserves. And we're getting there, but we still have a long way to go. And I just want you to be able to share that great feeling of every time you walk past this branch, being able to look at it and say, I helped make that happen. And it's not too late for that. There's lots of opportunities still to get involved with this campaign. But right now, I know I'm standing between you and your library, so I'm going to say thank you all and congratulations.
Thank you, Donna. All right, are we ready? Okay, so also a quick reminder to stay for the programs. We have some wonderful entertainment with local acrobat schools. We have the Monkey Butts Band and the Jugtown Pirates. So that'll happen right after the ribbon cutting. Also, as is our tradition, after the ribbon cutting, we will have the Jingmo Athletic Association Lion Dancers. And the tradition is that they actually do a lion dance, bless the doors, lick the building as we go in. All right? So, without further ado, we're going to have our cut down. All right, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.